you about an amazing company which has changed my life, especially in the past couple of years when I first discovered it in 2017. And yeah, we are fast growing, and we are so ideally positioned right now. So you're going to learn a lot tonight. You're going to learn about our new economic evolution of the world, and you're also going to learn about how you can study, invest, and prosper even in this time of you know, the lockdowns and the COVID-19 and all that kind of stuff. So Elena, next slide please. Cool. So first of all, I'm going to take you through this compliance. So please note, we do not sell, nor do we have a license to sell shares or tokens. All countries have their own rules for the sale of financial products, and we comply with the laws of every country. Most countries do allow for the sale of information products without special license. We offer the opportunity to participate in wealth building training, which provides the fundamental principles upon which wealth is created and maintained. We do not provide financial or investment consultations. So please do your own due diligence and your own research, or request confirmation from a licensed accountant or financial advisor in your area for compliance with the requirements in your state or country. Okay, so without further ado, I'll just explain a little bit about who I am and also Elena. So my name is Mo Rahman. I am a representative of the UK Local Leadership Council, and I'm a consultant within this company. I've taken a couple of the trainings with our company, including the Master Propy, and I'm also in the middle of the Marathon 260 program. Currently, I'm an international speaker, private investor, and an entrepreneur. But it wasn't always this way. I actually graduated in astrophysics at University College London, and then I went into a career, a fairly standard career, as a data analyst. Now, I was in the public sector, which was basically didn't make a huge amount of money in my career, and it drove me into quite massive depression, to be honest. And I was always thinking, how can I get rich? I hate my job, and I never have enough money, and all I want to do is have money. Okay, so type a Y in the chat if this seems a little bit like you, if you want to know how to have more money, because you know, you're fed up of just like working, you know, and not making that much money. Anyway, so type a Y in the chat if that seems like you. Okay. So I basically wound up just learning neuro-linguistic programming to kind of learn to change my life to get better results in life. And that led me down this route of like, you know, I'm a coach. I've been doing a whole bunch of wealth training, and I've even studied. At this point, I've probably spent about $150,000 on breaking down what I learned at university and school, and learning, you know, replacing that with learning wealth habits instead. And I've even written a book about my successes powered by the universe. Next slide, please, Elena. So that's a little bit about me. And this is what we're going to talk about in this meeting. Okay, so in this meeting, we're going to talk about investment thinking. I'm going to introduce you to the VIP club of the private investor. You're going to learn about multi-level crowd investing and the new economic evolution of the world. And then also, Annette afterwards is going to tell you about the basic financial education, which is the 8 rules of the private investor. Next slide, please. Thank you, Elena. So what is the Academy of the Private Investor? Well, so we are a global online portfolio with 9 years of expertise. So we are a portal of, we basically teach wealth training. We've got almost 1.5 million people in our company to date, and we have some amazing targets for, you know, well, 10 million fairly soon is what we're hoping for. And hopefully you're going to see how we're going to get there. We have teachers with up to 23 years of experience in the investment and finance fields. Now, think about this. Who do you want to learn from? Do you want to learn from a university student that never left university and wound up becoming a professor, a lecturer, and then a professor, but never actually made money? Or do you want to learn from people that have actually made millions of dollars? You know, you think about that, and maybe even write in the chat box what you think about that. We offer practical studies in the areas of finance and real case studies as well. And I'll share with you some of the stories of success coming up. So next slide, please, Elena. Thank you. So let's talk about investment thinking. Next slide. So type in RK in the chat if you've ever heard of this man, Robert Kiyosaki. Okay, type RK in the chat if you've ever heard of Robert Kiyosaki, or if you've ever heard of his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Okay, so type in RK in the chat. So basically, he popularized a thing called the cash flow quadrant. Okay, it's something that he's quite famous within the personal development space for teaching wealth education. He's even written books with people like Donald Trump. Okay, Cynthia, have you ever heard of Rich Dad, Poor Dad? You might well have heard of that, but if not, then you can certainly Google him. Okay. Anyway, so one of the concepts that he talks about is the cash flow quadrant. Basically, you can see there's the left-hand side of this quadrant and the right-hand side of the quadrant. On the left-hand side of the quadrant, you've got people that work for a living who are employees. Okay, and actually, as I go through this, you might want to type who you think you are at the moment. So what Robert Kiyosaki was getting at here is that mostly 90% of people are educated to be on the left-hand side of the quadrant. That is to get a job, pay taxes, get a pension, retire, and live off pension. Okay, and the amount of taxes they pay, the harder you work, then actually the more taxes you wind up paying. I don't know what the highest rate tax is these days. I think it's 50% if you're earning over 100K or something. My friend Cloris in the chat can verify that. I don't know. So nice to see you, Cloris. But then a lot of people get wise. You know, as I said, I was quite depressed in my job, and I wound up deciding, you know what? I don't want to have a manager. I want to do it myself. I'll become a consultant. Okay, so I'll become a consultant and I'll just become freelance. But the problem is, when you do that, you set up your own company, right? You become an entrepreneur, right? But you basically become self-employed. It's basically an E for employee, or it's a self-employed, S for self-employed. So now I have to do all of my own admin. I have to pay for my own pension. I've got to get my own jobs. And, you know, actually you wind up paying business tax as well as paying tax on the salary that you take out of your business. Plus, as someone self-employed, this is the entrepreneur segment, you don't actually have any freedom, because if you don't work, then no money comes in. Okay, so 90% of people are on that side of the equation, whereas what rich people do is they're on the right side of the equation. So if you ever wanted to know why it is that Starbucks and Amazon and Google, etc., Facebook, they don't pay taxes, okay, that's because they're on the right-hand side of the equation. You see, when you own a business, a B for business, the top right segment, then actually you probably think about how many people Google, Facebook, Starbucks, whatever, how many people they employ. They employ probably tens of thousands of people worldwide. Now, none of those jobs would exist without those companies. Okay, put a Y in the chat if this is making sense. Okay, put a Y anytime in the chat where this is making sense. Okay, so you see, they create tens of thousands of jobs which wouldn't exist. That's people that are paying taxes, okay, who then basically, you know, they pay taxes to the government. So the government then says to those guys, well, look, you generate so much tax for us, you know what, we're going to let you off the tax. It makes sense, right? It does make sense. Thank you. So type a Y if this is now making sense. But here's the other thing. When you're now making so much revenue that you're making so much money, like monthly, that you, I'm trying to speed this up, but I'm getting there, right? So you're making so much money from revenues, you're making so much from profits, but then you don't want to take it out, because as soon as you take it out, you'll pay tax on it. So this is the point where you can then start taking your profits and investing it into other streams of income. Now, Annette is going to tell you later about the difference between assets and liabilities as one of the things that we teach in the 8 rules. But Robert Kiyosaki also teaches the difference between assets and liabilities. Basically, if you have enough surplus income, you can start getting investments, making investments, moving into the I quadrant. That's the bottom right quadrant. And you can then basically scale up the amount of income and never really pay tax on it. Okay, so type a G in the chat if that sounds good, or type a G in the chat if that sounds good. Okay, so this is how the top 10% of people in the world do it, is they are on the right hand side of the quadrant. So think about this for yourself. Where are you in life right now? Are you on the left-hand side of the quadrant, paying your taxes, having a job, or being self-employed? Or do you own a system that works for you, that generates tax revenue for the tax man, such that you don't have to pay tax, and then actually, you know, also investing as well? Think about that. Next slide, please, Elena. So we know that we want to be on the right-hand side of the equation, okay? This is what I want to impress upon you. In fact, actually, type R for right side if that's where you want to be. Just type an R in the chat, okay? So you want to be on the right-hand side of that quadrant. You want to be an investor, okay? So type an R in the chat. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Manja, Rowena, and Eustace, Lucy, Eustace. Awesome. Okay, so financial literacy. This slide explains a survey that was done by Standard & Poor's, who are a global, it was their global financial literacy survey. And Standard & Poor's they're one of the top rating services in the financial sector. So they did this survey where they basically looked at all over the world, what percentage of adults are financially literate. So interestingly, you will see that basically the bluer it is, then the more financial literacy there are in those countries, adults that are financially literate, that understand that they want to own businesses and they want to invest. But the more orange or even grey the colour is, actually there's not that many adults that understand how to magnify their income. Okay, so you might look at China and you might look at India and you might think, well, these are economies that are doing extremely well right now. In Russia as well, Russia is doing extremely well. But what you'll notice looking at this chart is that the number of adults that are actually financially literate is actually quite minimal. So would you agree that this is a problem? Okay, see, what you have in these countries are people that are just happy to have a job, but they don't realize that actually they need to be becoming investors. Okay, so the world has a problem, and guess what? Next slide, please. We have the solution. Okay, so our solution is basically that we teach personal growth in the form of financial investment education. But not only that, we also teach business education. So remember, you want to be on the right-hand side of that quadrant. You want to have a business that is working for you and generating money for you, and you want to have investments as well that are doing that as well. Well, you need to break down some of your education. Remember, I've spent about $150,000 on my education, breaking down my education. That's personal growth. And don't get me wrong, I'm not suggesting that you're going to spend this money, but I'm just saying it makes a massive difference. The more qualified you are, the more you need to break down your qualifications. Anyway, so we offer training courses that are aimed at self-development, goal setting, planning, improving financial literacy, formation of investment thinking, learning different business building methods and strategies. Next slide, please, Elena. So I'm going to share with you a couple of case studies. And I'm just going to pick at random. Let's look at VJ. Right, no, let's look at. Yes, okay. Let's look at Dareen El Sayed from the Sudan. Okay, so from the Sudan, living in Oman. She is a doctor. However, so look, we've got a doctor here, okay, living in the Sudan. About 3 years ago, she was searching for another way to increase her income. She's a doctor searching for another way to increase her income. She believes in humanity and considers helping others as one of the main goals in life. She found her way into this new economic evolution of the world community to get financial freedom and to participate in helping others to get it. So even as a doctor, she didn't feel financially free. Okay, interesting. So with a deep understanding for the philosophy of the program, the New Economic Evolution of the World, and also our multi-level crowd investing system, which Elena is going to tell you about, she's working hard to forward this opportunity. Dr. Dareen has gained a lot of information through participation in many of the education investment products. We'll tell you about that coming up soon. Courses, the Master Property, as well as the Marathon 260. And she became a coach, a private investor, and a national speaker. Additionally, she has achieved the rank of vice president and has become one of the local leader councils in the Sultanate of the Oman. Okay, so what a fantastic story there. Type an I in the chat if you find that in the slightest inspirational. Okay, next slide, please, Elena. Yeah, me too. And next slide again. Thank you. So I'm now going to tell you about the VIP club of the private investor. Next slide, please, Elena. So everyone knows what it is to be a VIP. Type some things in the chat for the things that you think represent our VIP experiences. But I'll give you a couple to get you thinking. You know, when you go premium to the airport, or let's say you go first class or business class, you get different service, okay? You know, when you get into the VIP section in the club, not that anyone's going clubbing these days, but you get your own cordoned off area, maybe you get a bottle of champagne at the table, you know, and your own private table, your own private area to entertain your guests, okay? These are VIP experiences. They feel good. You get perks, okay? So it's no different in our company. Yes, you get priority. That's exactly right, Fusi. Exactly, right? So you get to join an elite club. And within our company, you get to join our elite club, which allows you to get discounts on our products of up to 75%, okay? Isn't that awesome? 75% discounts. You get exclusive offers, and some of the things that we do in our company, yes, you'll want to get some of the bonuses that we offer, including our CryptoUnit. So our CryptoUnit is just next level incredible. But we also have other bonuses that are coming up as well. Type a DD in the chat if you know about digital doubles and you've been getting excited with your digital doubles. Okay, DD in the chat, guys, for those of you that know. And also, if you are new, please type an N in the chat if you are new, because it's always good to know who we're talking to. Okay. So you get additional income streams. You get so many income streams anyway. But when you join the VIP club, you get more income streams. Who wants more income streams? I know I want more income streams. Okay. Type in I in the chat if you want more income streams. Okay. And you also get to participate in our closed monthly meetings. So I'll explain that later, but basically you get VIP access to certain webinars. Okay. So next page, please. Okay, so we have a certain amount of EIPs. They are called education information packages. Okay, Cloris, yes, there will be a recording later, and I believe that we are live on Facebook, so you'll be able to find the recording to be able to share that, and so will all of you if you need to review this. So the educational information packages. So as you can see, we have a lot of different levels of courses. We've got the beginner level, basic, elementary, secondary, and higher education. Now think about this. How much would you spend on a university education? Type in the chat box how much you spend on a university education these days. 3 years, I don't know, is it like about $20,000 or something that you would spend on a university education? Type in the chat box how much you would spend on a university education. Let's have some answers. Someone type something. How much would you spend? $10,000, $20,000, $50,000? What does it cost to get a medical degree? What does it cost to get a law degree? What does it cost to get to be an accountant? So I don't know, maybe like $20,000, $25,000 or something. Okay. What do you guys think? 40,000. Yep. Anyone else? Anyone else? Any further advance on 40,000 or any other more correct answers? 60,000. Yes. Well, you know, so here's the thing. Will that knowledge that they are taught, will that make them get a job and then go into the left-hand side of the quadrant, or will that allow them to go into the right-hand side of the quadrant? Remember, we just heard the story of a doctor who was educated to go into medicine as a doctor, who basically found this company, okay? Because she was fed up with just having a job and paying her taxes, okay? How much has she spent for a medical degree, okay? Didn't make her rich. Well, guess what? Our lessons make you rich, okay? Type a G in the chat if that's good, or type a G in the chat if that's good, okay? Thank you. Okay, next slide, please, Elena. So, as you can see, when you join our VIP club, you get discounts. So without the VIP club, you might pay for, say, our EIP higher education, about 12,725 UNT or dollars, okay? But when you join our VIP club, you get pretty much a 20% discount. Okay, type a G in the chat if that's good, or a G in the chat if that's good. Okay, good or good, I mean, obviously that's good. 20% discount, that's awesome. So we treat you like a VIP. Next slide, please, Alena. And this is the best bit about our VIP club. Not only do you get this amazing 20% discount if you were to get that package, okay? You also get a bonus. Now, some of you may have heard of our CryptoUnit program, but this bonus is amazing. You see, our education works, okay? We teach investing education, which will make you rich. But not only that, we have proof that it works. We have built a portfolio of assets that basically we've split up into shares, which are crypto units. They're basically shares that are on the blockchain, that use blockchain technology, and they pay a monthly dividend, okay? A monthly dividend income, or, well, in the form of the profit bonus, okay? So we started this project in March 2019, and those that are experienced, please type a W in the chat to explain how much of a whirlwind it has been since we started in March 2019. Our progress has been absolutely phenomenal, and Elena's going to share some stats later about our progress since March 2019. But anyway, right now, a year later, we are now in stage 2, phase 2 of our project, and we are about to, well, we're looking to launch on a public exchange soon, which is really, really exciting. Type E in the chat for how excited you are about that, okay? Elena, next slide, please. Fantastic. So, as I said, our portfolio, our crypto unit is shares in our portfolio, which is basically split between these 20 sectors of the investment market, okay? As you can see, there's education, well, it's very, very diversified. Education, real estate, we've got like space industry, space development sector down the bottom there, science and culture, precious metals, banking, crypto, insurance. Can you see how diversified our portfolio is? And when you see the stats that Elena will show you about our performance in the past year, it makes sense because we are so diversified. You see, precious metals, that includes gold. We've got a whole lot of gold mines in our portfolio. So while most people have been, I don't know, a lot of people have been losing out because of the lockdowns, we've been going big because of the lockdowns. Type in E in the chat if you are excited and still excited. Type more E's. I want to see more E's. Next slide, please, Elena. I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the companies that we've got. So we have, on the left, we've got our own chain of fast food restaurants called Sushi Master. We have our own gold mines. We've got about 5 different gold mines, okay? And again, we have so much transparency in the company. If you join VIP and you meet certain conditions, you get to come to our closed club meetings where you get all of the transparency. You understand what the latest news is, what's working, what's not working. And, you know, believe me, there's a lot of things that don't work. But do you know what? Our closed club meetings, they tell you as much about what is not working as they do about what is working. And we are performing so incredibly today. We started with $26,000 in 2014, and now we're worth $475 million today, okay? Type a whole more bunch of E's in the chat for how excited you are for that progress. And by the way, for those of you that are new, if that sounds crazy, don't worry about it. Stick around because Annette is going to explain to you how that can be possible, because she's going to share with you the 8 rules of the private investor, okay? We are in the film industry. We are in the film industry and we're in a company called Basalt, which is amazing. But I think that we want to, yeah, I mean, wow, Basalt is amazing. But do you know what? We're going to move on. Elena, next slide, please. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited about this, about our future, because whereas most people are, you know, worried about their jobs and losing their income, we're all getting really excited because we are expanding like massively. We're going to expand by more than 5 times when we get to 10 million very, very soon. Okay, so what does the CryptoUnit program provide? It provides co-ownership in the CRU global portfolio, monthly loyalty program bonus, an opportunity to receive a profit bonus, regulated and transparent financing, crew value growth due to the increase in the value of the underlying asset. Okay, this is how investors think. Okay, remember the right hand side of that quadrant. Next slide, please, Elena. And the possibility of circulation of crew in global merchandising. Keep going, please. Yes. So this is what you do. If you are new, this is what you do. You make a free registration. You go back to the person that has referred you and you take their link and you sign up. It's free, okay? You join the VIP club. That probably is like $10 or something if you're just signing up now, okay? One off. And then you receive our bonuses. You choose the right education information package. Maybe you want to get that higher education package. Maybe you can't afford that. But you know what? There's other levels. We are accessible, okay? And then you take actions and you go for it, okay? So next slide, please, Alan. So, guys, I really want to do some really amazing justice for my mentor in this company, the person that signed me up to this company in 2017, for whom, you know, for whom I have so much respect for. I've seen her develop and her personal story since 2017. And I'm just so impressed and overjoyed at the growth that I've seen from this young lady to a very, very, very powerful woman now, and the journey that she's been on. Now, her story is so inspirational. I can't do it justice, so I'm going to leave Elena to explain about herself and then explain to you about the multi-level crowd investing part of the business. Okay, so please put a round of 8s in the chat to welcome Elena. Okay, Elena Papina, the floor is yours, as we say at this company.
Thank you, Mo. Thanks, everyone. Just put in a chat great feedback after Mo presentation. I hope you get the value. I hope you understood the importance about Academy Private Investor. Of course, our amazing, outstanding product, which is CRU program. And thanks, Mo, for introducing myself. Yes, it's my pleasure to be here. And of course, as Mo was saying, yes, my life been changed completely since I decided to be part of this company, especially when I was start doing the MLCI business. Because for me, the business, MLCI, the business is not just financial development, but also spiritual development, business development. During these 3 years, I learned so much, because I don't know how it's about you, and I've been always reading different quotes, different books, and they always saying it's not about, well, it's not about how much money you have, but what you do with what you have. And also big money always going to be there when you can able to help many, many, many people. And through the MLCI business, that's what we want to do. So when I was start learning Academy Private Investor, I really was I wanted to start share this opportunity to others. One is obviously because, you know, the uniqueness. The second thing, because I wanted to earn money. Because as Mo was saying, I have my story. When I quit my job, I was full into this business. I have no money. I was literally homeless, and you know, this business gave me, you know, financial let's say, independence. So I will show you the uniqueness because there is opportunity for you while you are learning, you can earn. Because how you can make the money if you don't have the money? And I've been, you know, talking to many people, especially this time people don't have the money. Some people have it, but here you can share this uniqueness, what we do in our company, through to our business. So just briefly, I'm going to explain to you. So what is MLCI? What is multi-level crowd investing? So basically we combine the two greatest business tools which we, you know, out there for many years. So let's look into multi-level business. So hopefully all of you, if not, it's also okay, because when I started to do the business, I had no clue what is network marketing, you know, like business. So multi-level crowd investing, we use elements of network marketing. So basically, when you share something in network marketing, like product or services, obviously you are receiving residual income. The more you talk to the people, the more you help the people, obviously you're earning. So kind of similar we do in our company as well, but we are selling education. And the education is unique, right? So here, while you're learning, you can start giving this information to your people. You find the people on social media. So give understanding importance about Academy Private Investor. And of course, all of us, we can become a co-owners of this CRU program. So here you have trainings, so you can do the business from the home. I'm in such a unique position, even then out there, many businesses, many jobs, been wiped out because the current situation, I still have place where I can earn the money. And if also we read in the internet, the online businesses, the internet businesses are becoming and more popular. So here you can become your own boss. Of course, is the journey to learn your own time, because since we were kids, everyone like teachers and job places and your parents was doing everything for you. Obviously there will be a bit education also need to be in time management. So basically you're becoming own employee, you're becoming entrepreneur. So you can use the social media. The uniqueness is you can be anywhere where you want. You can work from what time, you know, late or morning, or choose, you know, your own times. And of course, here you can earn unlimited revenue. When I was working as a hairdresser, I always knew how much I'm going to earn. There was no, I could not earn like 2, 3, 10,000 more, right? So here, the more I want to earn, obviously, the more I need to work. And other thing, what is so unique, you can do international business. Mo was mentioning as well, I'm going to mention later on as well. So today we are, you know, doing this business and educating people all around the world from 176 countries. So you have opportunity to connect with different people all around the world. Also, fast dream realization. Here, 3 years time, achieved so many things which I could not believe it I could do, you know, when I used to do the hairdressing. So here you can earn definitely in 12 or 16 months time, you know, the amount what you know, you wish for. Another part is, of course, investment business. Of course, the unique point is, you know, educating, you know, yourself what to do with the money, how to multiply the money, because I know there are many other businesses out there which just teaching you how to earn the money, but no one teaching you how to sustainable your money. And another thing is obviously you are becoming a co-owner. So, and of course, while you're using our Academy Private Investor, you can start creating your own investment portfolio as well. And me and Mo and Annette also will do. We just not hold into CRU program, but we are testing out and practicing other investment tools ourselves. So what we achieved, so 2014, when we officially launched our company, since then, obviously, we have more than 750,000 people all around the world. So we have business operation in more than 175 countries. Webinars is happening in many, many different languages. Even if you understand Spanish or German or Italian, or you have partners who speak Chinese and you don't know how to run the presentation, you always connect with other people. Also, because the business model, as any network marketing, also we have ranks as well. The highest rank is president, and our company, we have 71 achieved ranks president. And through the network, through the business, because we give network back 37%, we paid out during this time more than 104 million. Imagine all the people who are doing the business, obviously depending what the level or how big structure is, totally been paid out 104 million. And of course, during these 5 years, you know, registrations happening every single day. So today we have more than 1.5 million registration in these 5 years. Of course, our main goal is to have 5-10 million this year. And we have the plan how we're going to do that. Of course, Mo was sharing people who've been passing Academy Private Investor. Of course, you know, they have incredible story. These people was from local council. Of course, we have our success stories also from the people who are in a global council. So today, in front of you, of course, you can see these amazing people. Their stories been also changed, and whatever they do in our company, they don't do for the money. Surprisingly, they are doing because of the vision, because this company already helped them. Now they are ready to help others. This is people's business. So we're helping each other. And of course, these incredible people helping, you know, people all around the world, running the presentation, the trainings, and etc., etc. So advantages of network MLCI business, of course, you can work from the home. You can be your own boss. Think about, you don't have to anymore, you know, thinking, you know, what time I need to wake up, go to work, come back, do this daily routine. Remember Mo was saying about Robert Kiyosaki quadrant? And I know during this time, lots of people are start waking up and they're realizing, I don't want to work anymore for someone else. I want to work for myself. So this is the best time to start in our company, because we have people who can help you. So you can start do the international business from the scratch. I never done the business, Mo never done the business, Annette never done the business, but in 3 years' time, we achieve incredible things and we learn what we never probably would learn in university. So of course, unlimited earning potential. So when you see our marketing plan, we have people who earn maybe $100. We have also people who are earning even 100,000 a month. What basically 1 million revenue, not revenue, but the cash during the year. So everything is, you know, possible. So here, of course, you can create multiple income streams. Of course, one is the business. Then we have, obviously, I'm not going to cover it today, but we have coming other businesses, partnership with Ugain, with data mining, and many, many others. So this is unique business model, and, you know, you can, you know, to expand, you know, and make the difference. So of course, again, so how you become our partner, of course, you do the registration, you do verify your account. So it's really important as any other company. Of course, you're participating, and everything, you know, what you learn, it's most important you are implementing. And then, of course, you can see, you know, all the results. Everything, it's, you know, up to you how you want to expand and what you want to earn. And of course, who doesn't like the presence? Already since last year, constantly the company is, and our CEO is really, you know, giving all these gifts. And of course, if you are today becoming student of Academy Private Investor and you're becoming VIP member, because VIP membership is, you know, a must. Well, it's not must, but obviously if you want to have all the benefits. So once you're becoming a VIP member, you register, you are receiving from the company 150 CRU points as a gift. Might at this point, this 150 doesn't mean anything to you, but in the long run, trust me, it will be definitely beneficial. You know, it's all about thinking as a long-term investor. And this is actually what we teach in our company. It's not about now, it's about later on when you are thinking about investment. And of course, every Tuesday, every Thursday, we have the webinars, we have trainings. Saturdays, of course, we have a trainings different from cooperative side for our new products. So there's loads of activities happening lately in our company. And of course, as any business, also in your life, if you do something, you have to have your why, you have to have your mission. So this is our company's mission. So our company's mission, vision, is to create completely new evolution, new world, which is new economical evolution of the world. It's such an amazing concept. And I love to talk about because we know today, when Mo was saying about quadrant, we know there are 1% who is controlling our world. You know, they are rich people, and basically most of the people today are living, you know, I call as a slavery. Our goal is to distribute the wealth. Because the CRU program, as you see, imagine you can become a co-owner of every single company, what potentially going to be all around you. So you will consume, and at the same time you own it. And when you own something, money is coming to you, back to you. So when someone going to go to cinema, when someone going to, you know, use the gold, or some going to use some business cards, whatever, money going to come into your pocket. This is how investors think, passive income constantly. So when you're going to have this, you know, wealth, when you're not going to have to think about what I'm going to give to my kids, you know, for the dinner, or when I can go on holidays, or when I can get, you know, certain education, whatever, when you're going to feel secure with the money, trust me, you're not going to think about any more of the money. You will going to think how I can help others, because it's worked for me. So now I'm ready to help others. And of course, you will live more in prosperous and happiness life. And then, of course, realizing your dreams. Even then, you know, you should start think about your dreams, not when you are wealthy, but think about your dreams right now, because dreams can become reality. And 3 pillars to create the new. So it's impossible to do in year 1, 2 years, or 3 years. So our goal is to create next 20, 30, 100 years, this new economical evolution of the world. But for us to do it, we need to educate the people. We need to make people progressive. We need to, you know, give people education how the financial world works. Because Mo showed you, people don't know anything about the money. People just receive and spend it. They don't think about further. Even then, when the CRU program will go, you know, on a global market, I always thinking about what people going to do with this money. People not going to be ready for big money. And we know the statistics, what's happened with the people who won the lotteries. Suddenly they become rich. After a couple of years, they got broke. So education is important, and not just financial education. As I mentioned, financial, spiritual education, personal development. So everything is included. Once you stop learning, you stop living. And of course, for us to create this new evolution is co-ownership, because whatever we're going to consume, we will own, and the business. For me, obviously, business on the beginning was a source of income. Once I understood it's not just the business, but it's helping others, it's made such a big difference in my life. And of course, here we are, these people, 10 people, these are our presidential council. Literally, they are, you know, I believe every single day or every other day they have some strategical thinking. They're always thinking how, you know, develop our company better. Of course, our main person today here is Andre Harato, but he cannot do this by himself. So he get together amazing team from all around the world, from different countries, from different languages, who can help him. And of course, we are coming after them. And before I finish, of course, my question is to you, what will be your decision? What you going to do today? What you going to do tomorrow? What you gonna do next year? We know we're living in such a strange world, actually. I was talking with Mo actually today. It's kind of uncertainty because we don't know what's going to happen with this. I don't want to even name it, because I don't know if I can travel back London. I don't know, you know, all these things. And lots of people having this fear-based kind of environment. But here, when I'm in this company, I just had a previous presentation with one of my colleagues in Dana. She was saying at the moment, to being in this company, she feels more secure. She knows where she's going. Our CEO and our teams, you know, making sure that you are financially secure. And that's what we do. But of course, you need to take your own decisions. We are giving everything. We are giving education. We are giving the business education. We are part of the people who are, you know, thinking the same like us. Here you can create your own investment portfolio because we helping each other constantly. We are giving advices in our teams, of course. And of course, the greatest is for me and for more is just to leave the legacy. Because, you know, people always going to remember you if you've done something unique. It's always raising the energy. And here we are not just living for today. We are here to leave something behind, better world. I don't want to live like I live, like my parents live without the money. And I don't want my daughter live without, you know, certainly. So we are here to create something unique, something huge. So think about, make the decision and be part of our community where we can create new economical evolution of the world. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Guys, so please, can you put a round of 8s in the chat for Elena Pepina? If you enjoyed that, please put a round of 8s in the chat. That would be amazing. Thank you, Elena. Thank you very much. That was fantastic. Yeah, guys, we're trying to get this presentation to like shorter. Those of you that have seen me speak before, you know that I speak a lot. So I hope that was okay. But wow, we've got an amazing, well, you know, in about, are we going to start in 7 minutes or are we going to start now? What do you think, Elena?
Yes, stop. Nicola will finish now recording, and then we're going to start new recording with Aneta's presentation.
When there be some people turning up at 8, do you not think? Should we not wait till 8?
No, we leave this room. Just Nicola just going to finish recording.
Okay.